Let's take a look now at the Biden administration's plan to reduce the number of migrants at the southern border, especially unaccompanied children. Today, Homeland Security released some new pictures, and News Nation's Felicia Bolton joins us now. And Felicia, those pictures are from inside a temporary processing facility in Donna, Texas.
Yes, they are. And Nicole, DHS also released a progress report on transferring children out of Customs and Border Protection custody. And our correspondents at the Border Report spoke one-on-one with a White House immigration advisor about President Biden's border policies, including family reunification.
Empty benches and cots highlight changes at the temporary processing facility in Donna, Texas. Compare that with photographs from February and March, which shows overcrowding as thousands of minors cross the southern border alone. According to DHS, the number of unaccompanied children in custody dropped 88% since March 28th.
At the end of March, there was more than 5,000 children in Customs and Border Patrol stations. Today, that number is around 600. A month ago, children were spending an average of 131 hours in Customs and Border Patrol stations. Today, that number is down to 30. So what you're seeing is this whole administration work together in a whole of government approach, working to meet this challenge and do whatever it can to address the challenge.
The first migrant family reunifications under President Biden are expected to begin this week, but the administration continues to send some unaccompanied migrant children back to their home countries. Vedant Patel, White House Assistant Press Secretary and Immigration Advisor, says that's because the administration is still enforcing Title 42, a CDC emergency health order to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Look, we continue to still be in the middle of a global pandemic, and therefore, we're continuing to enforce Title 42 at our southern border. But it certainly is going to take time to implement more orderly and humane processing at the border, and we're taking steps to do that right now.
The Department of Homeland Security releases daily reports on the number of unaccompanied migrant children, including apprehensions, transfers, and discharges. However, those numbers do not include children from Mexico because they are processed and returned to their home country.
So the policy right now with Mexican unaccompanied minors is for them to be repatriated, through that process. And this is all in line with the president's goal of instilling a more orderly immigration system.
A Customs and Border Patrol official confirmed to the Border Report that Mexican children who cross the border alone are interviewed by their consulate, and their return to Mexico is coordinated with Mexico's National Migration Institute. Patel says that Biden administration's goal is to discourage migrants from making the dangerous journey to the border and moving away from the previous administration's policies.
I think what you're seeing over the past 100 days is a transition from an immigration system that had been exasperated by very chaotic and destructive policies like family separation and zero tolerance to a transition to what the Biden administration's views are, which are a fair and orderly processing of immigration.
Patel went on to say it's now up to Congress to reach the administration's goals by passing legislation to make investments at the border, including enhanced surveillance, technology upgrades, and offering an earned pathway to citizenship. Nicole.
All right, Felicia, thank you.